team, I hope you're all well. Today we are going to be doing my February haul, which is 26 books long. I think, I'm fairly certain that was less than January, so that's good news. We are going to start off with some gifted books. I do have 2 from publishers and then 2 that were gifted to me by other people. So the first one is a paperback copy of A Fate Inked in Blood by Danielle L. Jensen. This was sent to me by Del Rey, so thank you to them for sending me this. This was one of my favourite books of last year, 2024, and I absolutely loved it. Did I need this extra copy of this book? No, I didn't. But am I going to say no to having another different copy on my shelves? No. Thank you to Del Rey and to Aoife for sending me this one. I truly appreciate it. I love this book. And if you're interested in getting your hands on a copy of this, the paperback is now out. So you can get this copy if you didn't want a hardback. Yay! From Evermore, who is an imprint of Penguin, and you know, well, Del Rey is also an imprint of Penguin. So again, it's Aoife who is my contact over at Del Rey and Evermore. They did send me an arc of Riding the High by Paisley Hope. So excited to read this. I literally cannot wait. I actually started this and then my arc came in of Sin With Me by Brooke Montgomery and I had to put it down. So I'm just going to start again, I think, because I didn't get too far in. This comes out on the 8th of May and this one is Secret Friends to Lovers, Best Friend's Brother, Single Dad, Accidental Secret Marriage, Forced Proximity, Reformed Playboy, Secret Pining, He Falls Hard. I had to put this down because not only is it a cowboy romance, a small town romance, but the majority of that, other than the Single Dad, was the same premise as Sin With Me. It was very, very similar. So super excited to pick this one up because I've absolutely loved the other 2 books in the Silver Pine series and I cannot wait to get to this one. So 8th of May this one comes out. Thank you again to Evermore and to Aoife for sending me this one. I love you guys a whole heckin' ton. Then I did get A Serial Killer's Guide to Marriage by Asia McKay. And this one was sent to me by Hannah. To Steph, hope you feel better soon. Lots of love from Hannah. And I'm looking forward to reading this one. I don't fully know the ins and outs, but it just sounds fantastic. I am getting married and I do enjoy me a good serial killer story, you know? So, makes sense. Definitely not looking for tips. Anyway. I'm not, I promise, I'm not. If anyone's watching this that shouldn't be, I'm not. Hazel and Fox are an ordinary married couple with a baby, except for one small thing. They're ex-serial killers. They had it all. An enviable London lifestyle, 5-star travels, and plenty of bad men to kill. Not many power couples know how to get away with murder. Then Hazel fell pregnant and they gave it all up for a quiet life in the suburbs. Dinner parties instead of body disposal. But recently Hazel has started to feel that itch again. When she kills somebody behind Fox's back and brings the police to their door, she must do anything she can to protect her family. This could save their marriage unless it kills them first. It sounds fantastic and I'm so excited about reading this one. So thank you Hannah for sending me this. I truly appreciate it. And then the other gifted book that I got was sent to me by Amanda. Hope you feel better soon, from Amanda. I was having a really bad anxiety slip at one point during the month and Amanda sent me this one and Hannah sent me the other book. So this is nothing like the movies, which is a sequel to Better Than the Movies, which I read in January and gave 5 stars. Absolutely love. So I'm very excited about reading this one. It does continue on with Wes and Liz, so I'm very excited about reading this one. I'm not going to read that synopsis because I don't want to spoil myself what's going to happen, but I'm really excited for this one. So thank you to Amanda for sending me this. Then we do have subscription box books. So I didn't have as many this month because I did actually skip quite a few of the boxes this month. So from the Afterlight box, which is Illumicrate's romance box, we do have First Time Caller by BK Borison, which I've read. Cha-ching, shout out to me. I am obsessed with this book on the inside, but it's so pretty on the outside too. I'm obsessed. Look at these two. Aren't they freaking adorable? I love it. I absolutely love this book. It's so pretty. I'm obsessed. This was fantastic. I gave it 5 stars. I cannot recommend it enough. Please read it. BK Borison is amazing. And yeah, so good. So that one was from Afterlight. Then from Fairy Loot's Romanticy box, I did get Iron and Embers by Helen Shearer. I will be picking up Blood and Steel in the month of March, so I'm not going to be getting to this one yet, but it's definitely on my radar in the hopes that I love The Legend of Thesma. I believe that this is a new series that kind of follows on from that one. I don't know if we're following the same characters or if it's just set in the same world, so I won't be picking this one up until I've read The Legend of Thesma series. Very pretty underneath, reversible dust jacket. I think I'm actually going to reverse this because I prefer this side to this side personally. It's a personal opinion and that's okay. But yeah, just absolutely stunning and I'm very excited to read it, so I'm not going to read the synopsis of that. Then I did have, oh yeah, I also got the Indecent Book Club. This is the first time I've ever had one of these and I actually quite liked it and I wouldn't mind getting another one, to be perfectly honest. I did get All That You Are by Alicia Roper. Sounds really good. It came with this really cute illustration and then it's also signed by the author as well. And this is an indie book club book subscription box thing, I'm not sure. Apparently this is an emotional story. A beautifully written inspirational story with relatable characters. Alicia Roper's All That You Are dares readers to explore the limits of love. When soulmates Athena and Caden get some startling news that threatens to separate them forever and turn their lives upside down, they must accept and attempt to cope with the sobering reality that their uncertain future holds. Cute. I'm interested. It sounds very good. So I did get that from the Indecent Book Club, and then I did get a couple of books separately that, you know, are special editions that I've ordered. So from Fairy Loot, I do have a novel love story by Ashley Poston. I haven't read this one yet, but I wanted it to match my Dead Romantics and 7 Year Slip editions. So this is incredibly pretty. I do want to read this very soon. I did give the other two 5 stars, so I think that this will be the same. So I'm excited to give this a read. So I got that from Fairy Loot, very excited about that. And then from Afterlight, I did get Ali Hazelwood's Deep End. I fucked up on this though, I'm not gonna lie, because I didn't get the one with the reversible dust jacket, and now I'm really mad at myself because I didn't realise that was an option. So I do have this cover, which is fine, it's not a big deal, it is what it is, but some of my, I've bought the reversible dust jackets for my others because they started doing reversible dust jackets after they'd already sold a handful of these, which was in and of itself fucking annoying. But yeah, I didn't get the reversible dust jacket for this one because I didn't know it was an option. It is what it is. So I got that as well. And then a whole stack of books that weren't gifted or from subscription boxes. So let's go through a few of these, shall we? Let's go through them all actually. So I did go to the Samantha Shannon event in Manchester and I did get my copy of The Dark Mirror. I actually already had this pre-ordered. I cancelled the pre-order because I didn't realise I bought the ticket with the book. Bought the book with the ticket for the event, and I don't need 2 copies. So I did get this one signed by Samantha Shannon as well. This is book 4 in the Bone Season. Book 4? No, it's not. It's book 5 in the Bone Season series, another book closer. And I have read the Bone Season, the Mime Order, and Song Rising. Look at me go. But she's rewritten them, so I'm gonna wait until there is at least a release date, I think, for the last book in the series, which are just 2 more books because there's gonna be 7 in total. So I'm gonna wait until there's at least a release date for that. I think that's what I'm gonna do. So, and then start rereading the first 3 books and then read the 4th book and then read this one, and so on and so forth, because I haven't read the 4th book yet. I had it for a long time and then I didn't read it because I was like, I'm just gonna have to keep rereading these every single time a book comes out because, you know, it was taking a while. So yeah, I did go to the event. It was fantastic. I had a brilliant time. It was so wonderful. I actually met a patron there, Hannah. Shout out to her for making that night so much nicer as well, because I was having really bad anxiety about the whole thing. So I had a wonderful time and I did pick this up. And while I was in Manchester, I also picked up a copy of The Favourites by Lane Fargo from an independent bookstore, House of Books and Friends. I've never heard of it before and I found it on a whim. So I did pick this one up. It's got blue sprayed edges. I kind of paid through the nose for it a little bit, but it supports an indie bookstore. It is what it is. Got signed by Lane Fargo as well. I've heard such good things. I already have this on my Kindle. I didn't need a physical copy, but there wasn't anything else in there that I wanted to get, so I just picked this one up because it was in there and I had kind of been looking for it as well. So I did get this, which I'm very excited about. I believe it's a figure skating romance. Then my pre-order of The Rebel Witch by Kristen Cicerelli came in. I am currently reading this one and I am 144 pages into it. So I'm hoping to continue on with this and get it finished. I have already spilled Pepsi Max on this and damaged my edges a little bit, but it is what it is. There's nothing I can do about that now, unfortunately. So yeah, I did get this one. Very excited about continuing on with that for sure. My pre-order of Vanya and the Wild Hunt came in by Sangu Mandana. I have read... What have I read from Sangu Mandana before? Where is that book? Secret Society of Irregular Witches. This is a middle grade from her. The next one in the Secret Society of Irregular Witches series, I don't know if it's a series or not, is coming out soon at some point as well. So she's been very busy indeed. But yeah, Vanya and the Wild Hunt. It is a middle grade and it's got some illustrations and stuff like that in it. So I thought I would give this a go. This cover is stunning. So I did get that one. My Order of Sin with Me came in by Brooke Montgomery. I've read this one. I gave it 4.5 stars. It was very good. The final book in the Sugarland Creek series and I loved it. It was very, very good. I had an arc of it. So I do like to support the indie authors. If I really enjoy the book and give it over 4 stars, I will buy a physical copy just to support the indie author. So yeah, I did get this one. I'm obsessed with the purple on this as well. It's stunning. Stunning! Then my pre-order of Cat Gamer Volume 7 came in. I'm very excited to continue on with this series. I think I'm about 2 or 3 volumes behind now, so I could potentially do a binge at some point, which is great news. And I did get 2 indie books at another book event that I went to in February as well. So this event was the Happily Ever After event in Liverpool, and I did get a copy of You're It by Lucy Harper, which is signed and personalised by Lucy as well. So that's cool. I obviously haven't, well, not obviously, but I haven't read this one yet. I also got a couple of bookmarks and there's some stickers as well I've put in my sticker box. So I would like to read this one at some point. Best friends to lovers romance, very much so, me and Andy. And then the other one that I did get was Slow Burn by Claire Ivy. I've heard great things about this one. It's a firefighter romance. She's a baker, he's a firefighter slash hockey player slash some other shit as well. And another best friends to lovers. And I did also get some bookmarks from Claire and some stickers, and she did sign the book for me too, so that's exciting. A couple of indie books to add to my shelf. Then another pre-order was Spells, Strings and Forgotten Things by Brianna Randall. I haven't read yet. I have another one of Brianne's books that I haven't read yet. I've had it for a while. Unfortunate Side Effects of Heartbreak and Magic, and I do want to read that one at some point because I've heard fantastic things and I know it's been quite popular recently, but I've had it on my shelves for a good few years actually. I don't know when it came out, but it feels like it's been forever. So yeah, this one sounds good and I'm excited about it. Witchy, I think. So I did pre-order that. My pre-order of Dragon Riders of Raw by Jenny McLaughlin came in, another middle grade. I don't read a great deal of middle grade anymore, but this is the 4th book in a series and I love the Land of Raw series. So, you know, it made sense for me to get this one. It's also a heavily illustrated middle grade as well. So I'm excited to go back to Raw with Rose and Arthur. Yeah, boy. I'm so excited. I'm excited to go back to the Land of Raw with Rose and Arthur and see what trouble they can get themselves in this time around. But yeah, the minute that I saw that this was coming out and it was going to be a thing, I immediately purchased it. Very excited indeed. Another middle grade that I did get was Shadow Hall Academy, Ghost Story Society by Phil Hicks. I loved the first one. Phil Hicks does middle grade horror really, really, really well. In fact, these are some of the most terrifying books I've ever picked up. I'm not gonna lie. So he does the Evelyn Jones series, but has moved on to Shadow Hall Academy, and I loved the first one. It was so good. This is incredibly short, by the way, as well. It's like there's a bunch of pages in the back. 169 pages, that's it. Very short indeed. Very excited to read that one. I did get my pre-order of Scythe and Sparrow by Bryn Weaver in the post as well. I haven't yet read Leather and Lac, so I need to get on with that so that I can move on to this one. But I'm excited. I did a little bit of a shopperoo. I went into Wigan at some point and I got a handful of books. And I did get A Cruel Thirst by Angela Montoya. I've heard really good things about this one. I believe it's a YA vampire book, maybe. But I've heard great things, and it was on my radar last year. 2024, 2025, yeah, it was on my radar. I'm sure it made it to one of my anticipated reads of this month to this month video, and it was definitely on my radar for the latter end of the year, I think, if I remember correctly, and I spotted it in the works and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna pick that up because it sounds great. So Vampires, Ancient Evil and Forbidden Romance, Montoya brings it all. That's from Tracy Wolff. Nice. So yeah, looking forward to that one for sure. Then I did get a couple of non-fiction, and I did get F1 Confidential by Giles Richards, forward by Damon Hill, Inside Stories from the World of Formula 1. I am a huge F1 fan, if you did not know. I am a Lewis Hamilton fan and a McLaren fan. So for the last, you know, however long it's been, 10 years I think it is, since Lewis originally moved from McLaren to Mercedes, I have been a Lewis and Mercedes fan. I am a Lewis Hamilton fan. I like Mercedes, but I will follow Lewis wherever he goes. So I am now reluctantly also a Ferrari fan. Reluctantly. I don't look great in red, unless it's this kind of red. So it is what it is. But yeah, huge F1 fan, and this sounds interesting. So, you know, I want to try and get my non-fictions in this year, and I feel like this is a great way to do it because I do enjoy me a good F1 non-fiction. So I got that. I also got Small Talk, 10 ADHD Lies, and How to Stop Believing Them by Richard and Roxanne Pink. I follow Richard and Rox on TikTok, and I have done for a really long time. Rox is neurodiverse and Richard is not, and it's really interesting to like see them discuss this on TikTok and, you know, show how you can work with your partner's ADHD instead of against it, and holding it against them as well. So this, I think, will be really, really interesting. So yeah, very excited about this one, and I thought this would be a great one to pick up. They do have another one as well, but I thought I would pick this one up first and see if there's anything else, see if I'm interested in another one from them. So another non-fiction. I did get a paperback copy of First Time Caller by B.K. Borison, which I'm obviously stoked about. I knew I was getting the Afterlight edition in the subscription box for Feb, but this one is the Works sprayed edges. It was necessary. Can you see? Very necessary for me to pick this up. So yeah, I spotted it in the Works. Actually, that's what I went into town for. So I ended up picking this one up and then getting the rest of those books. And then on the last day of the month, Andy went out with his mum. He went to the Trafford Centre and he ended up in Waterstones and asked me did I want anything, and I said not particularly, but I do have my eye on this F1 book that's just very recently come out, so if you spot it, will you get it me? So he said yeah. And Life in the Pit Lane by Callum Nicholas. I recognise him. He does work for Red Bull, which is not a team I support in the slightest. I will support literally any other team on the track but Red Bull. But I still think that this is going to be fascinating. I think Callum is quite funny, and I think this is going to be a really fascinating read. And especially to read it from a garage that I don't support. So I think it will be really interesting. I believe that Callum's actually stopped working there now as well. Not sure why, but I believe that that is the case. So I feel like this will be super interesting too. So yeah, those were all of the books that I got in February. It's quite a few, but there's a couple that I've read and a couple gifted. Quite a few, a couple non-fiction, 3 non-fiction I think. It is what it is. I am trying to slow down somewhat, you know. I'm not going mad like I used to, but it's still not great. it is what it is. Chat to me in the comments down below. Have you read any of these? Do you think I should prioritize some over others? Let me know in the comments down below. I hope you have enjoyed this video, and I will see you in whatever comes next. Bye for now.